Hi everyone, Grey Power 60. I hope you all had a very Merry Christmas and I'm looking forward to the new year. I'm filming this after Christmas and before New Year's. This is kind of my year end look back at my year. As you all know, I've had, a very rough year after losing mom. And I was going through some of the things, going through January, going through mom's things, decluttering. In February, storage ideas, challenging myself, making clusters, stuff like that. In March, I started with a Tea With Me Tuesday, and yeah, there were a lot of times when I just couldn't do it. It was just one of those things. But I did hauls and deep cleaning, going through things because we had double of stuff that was mom's and stuff, and it was hard for me. Now, I may have to pause in a minute. My son is just outside on the balcony. The kids and their mother are at her father's place for a Christmas celebration and my son had to work today, so it was, by the time he got home it was too late to go. So he's just enjoying a little peace and quiet on his own. So if I have to pause, that is why. Yeah, so I did some hauls and I started doing some faux leather covers. I did a journal, and then eventually I think I ended up calling it my pirate journal because I really loved it. I loved how it turned out, and I did a lot of crafting things. Sorry, I'm going through notes here. Packing up Easter and all of that things, talking about using the die cut negatives for creating, using that as another technique. In April, I started using, making tickets. I had feathers and so on, and I was making painted labels. And of course, it was my birthday in April, but I was trying to stretch my creative curiosity, I guess we could say. Then I had a major uplift when I talked about Confessions of a Craft Hoarder. That was one of my largest viewed videos. People seem to be interested in, us crafters who hoard a lot. What the heck do we do? So that was really quite. I was shocked, I guess. But then again, I shouldn't be because I find that interesting myself. I started going through some new crafting ideas, some stenciling, some gel painting, altered index cards as well. Just experimenting a lot this year, but not really being in the mood to do anything really special with my channel. Grief does that to you. You have good days and you have bad days, and trying to cope and things like that. So and I got Happy Mail in April, which was really nice. Then in May I decided I wanted, which was a big mistake, to start memberships. And Carmen, Carmen was absolute sweetheart, rock star. She joined the memberships. But it was, my heart wasn't in it. I wasn't, I think, in a good place to do anything big like that. So it may be something in the future that I will look at when I am better prepared to offer you things like a monthly newsletter and happy mails where crafting things can be shared, or new techniques or giveaways or things like that. But I don't, giveaways I like keeping on my channel, but I also want to support the people that are spending money to watch my channel. So I think it was just bad timing. I know I wanted to do it for a while, but last year was not a good time to start things like that. Sorry, I'm licking my finger here, thumb. In June, I did that I Hate to Make Cards challenge. It was 4 weeks, one challenge, a prompt per week. That was a lot of fun. I've also learned a lot since then about card making, and I think I'm going to do it again. I just don't know when. So that's sort of on my to-do list, is to have a challenge where we have to make a card with prompts, and the prompts probably will be a little bit more than just one prompt. I am thinking. I haven't thought it all through yet, but it was a lot of fun. I learned a lot. I challenged myself because, as you know, card making is not something that I do a lot. I prefer to be a little more creative in other areas. So I think we're going to do the challenge again. I hope you will join me when I announce that. Probably, I'm not exactly sure. I have to check the dates, but I'll let you know when that comes. I created some foam stamps to use for creating your own stamps so that you can have your own designs on things. I've learned a lot since then of doing things. So trying new techniques was another thing that I was doing in June. I did that short where I got lost coming home from the store, going a way I shouldn't have gone. Well, I mean, I get here eventually, but I should have gone back the same way I went. But anyway, I wanted to look around, and so my shorts, I don't do shorts very often, and I think that's something that I might do more of. I think people seem to like them, and it gives you an idea, and other people, brings other people in that may not know your channel and may want to, they see something that you're doing, no matter how silly, no matter, I think I'd like to make it lighthearted, of course, but also informative, things that I've learned, things that I'm doing. There are so many crafters out there that are doing things, and I don't always want to do the same thing, but sometimes their ideas are so great you want to also do that. So, and then of course clearing out Mom's things and making my spare room a craft room. I did that black and white journal. I bought those no sew because I didn't have a sewing machine, which I now have. Which I didn't have a sewing machine at the time, the stamps. I still use them occasionally. It's kind of fun. I also took out some clay, and I was making some little mushrooms or toadstools, whatever you want to call them. And I did some vlogs. What else? It was just something else to be creative. Just sometimes you need to just do something different to be creative. In July, what else? I started getting more involved in the gel press and the painting and things like that. Carrie the Crafter had a challenge with postcards, and I did some. I did not do everyone. I think he had a 31-day do a postcard every day thing, which, for me was just impossible. So in July, I was preparing for Christmas in July, and I lost my momentum. I lost my motivation, and it's too bad because I love doing Christmas in July, and so that was kind of a bust, and as I say, I'm reviewing my year here, looking at things, and then of course I was preparing for my son's wedding in August, spending time at my daughter's. I had to go there for a week, spend some time, and then packing what should I bring, what art stuff but I mean, I could have come home and gotten, but that, anyway. And then I started experimenting with watercolor, and I didn't really go very far with it. So that's something that I want to do more of this year is watercolors, experimenting with different crafting techniques. And then in August, there was some Halloween. I did a Tea With Me occasionally. The Tea With Me Tuesday was always very popular, but I think I'm going to just do it once a month. I think you don't need to see me and whine and complain or chat, but I think once a month. I think probably at the end of every month, it could be a day where I just life update, what's going on in my life, what I did during the month that I regret. I mean, silly things, and just chat with you, you know. Yeah, so that was, and then August was the wedding. And of course, I also talked about aftercare on my Tea With Me Tuesday. You know, how am I looking after myself? And I don't think I did a good job this year of thinking of me and thinking of all of that. So September, October, November were rough. They were grieving. It was remembering. December, I could not get into crafting, understandably doing, and there was so many. I mean, I looked at YouTube, I looked at not only my subscriptions, but others, you know, hundreds and hundreds of people doing wonderful crafty things for Christmas, and I just didn't want to. Personally, I didn't want to do anything. It was coming on the anniversary of Mom's passing, and I just did not want to do any crafting at all. I was fed up with Christmas, to be honest with you. I had bought all my gifts early. I had had enough, you know. And the sad part is my son. Oh yes, and my son moved in with me on Halloween. And the family, and we rearranged everything. So my bedroom and craft room is now here in the living room. It's been okay. It's been great. I've been getting to know my grandsons really well, and my daughter-in-law. And my son is a Christmas fanatic, and me, I just didn't want nothing to do with Christmas. Really, I'm sad to say, you know, to me, it was the birth of our Lord, and I wasn't into the cheery. I mean, but I enjoyed watching him. My son is like a master at decorating for Christmas, and he went all out, and he even tried to bring it into my room, and he did, but not as much as he was going to bring more. He was going to really decorate in my room, and I said, I can't do it, you know, and but anyway, so he's got the whole house decorated. They had a ball. We had a lovely Christmas Eve. We had a beautiful time at my daughter's. Now I'm going to pause because my son's coming in. Okay, I'm back. He was giggling and apologized for interrupting the video. Yeah, so I decided at the end of 2024, I decided I wanted spring. I wanted to forget about the winter and forget about Christmas and get on with it. Even though we had a beautiful time, we had a wonderful time at my daughter's. I watched the kids open all their gifts. I got some lovely things. I had a list of some craft things. I wanted to get a 5x7 gel plate. My daughter got me one for my Christmas gift. I've got Michael's gift cards. I've got gas cards. I got all kinds of things. It was wonderful. We had a wonderful Christmas. Lots of food, lots of fun. Yeah. The sad part is that my son had to work, so usually we would go early in the day so the boys could spend time playing games and everything. The cousins get together and they have a great time. But he, you know, he had to work, and we wanted to go as a family, not, bring all the kids over and then come back and then bring him. We wanted to go all as a family. So he got home, had a shower, washed, and we went over. And we had a really, really good evening. A lot of hugs, a lot of love, a lot of watching the boys as they grow. My oldest grandson, well, not my oldest because Joshua is my oldest, but my daughter's oldest, Aiden, has a girlfriend. She came over and she got me a beautiful, and she made a card. Oh, did I say? Yes, I have it. I asked her if it was okay if I could show it. She is not a crafter, but look at what she made me. A Christmas card, and it's dimensional. And it's one of those, I think it's one of those die cuts. She said her grandmother helped her. But I thought, Rena, I thought I would share your beautiful card. That was my Christmas card. I just love it. I love it, love it, love it. She is such a sweet girl. And so that's what I got from her for Christmas. I had bought her a little something as well. So we had a good Christmas. It was nice, but it's over for me. Not for my son and his family. They're still in the Christmas mood. I leave them be. So that was my 2024. For 2025, a couple of things. I want to do more gel painting. I love being creative. I love doing, and I didn't keep it close by. I love doing the artwork. Yes, it is close by. Sorry, I'm just going to reach down into, I don't know if you remember a haul where I got this and I didn't like it. Well, this is where I've been keeping my runoff paper, labels, designing, playing, etc. with all kinds of different things, different techniques, using stamps, using all kinds of things. Just trying to have a little fun with paint, which I had never thought I would do. So I'll be doing more of that, and hopefully from beginning to end, I want to do some designing on I got some great ideas for some painting. Jelly press is jelly paint is the medium that you use to design on. And now that I have the smaller one, I'm so pleased. I'll be able to do more. And I think in 2025, I'd like to go even further with that. So from the whole designing my own crafting style, if there's such a thing, there's no such thing, but the way I like to do things, or the way I like to experiment or challenge myself, I think that'll be really, really fun. And also to get into watercolor more. I have been watching a few videos where simple techniques in watercolor can create amazing things. And there's a video you're going to see. Do I have it handy? Yes, I do. I know I shouldn't be showing you things that are already there, but there's a watercolor technique that I used with the colored pencils on one of my first. You're getting a sneak peek here. So this is all paints, but I also used colored pencils, and then using some techniques that they showed in watercolor, I put little orange flowers to match the flowers in here. I don't know if you can see. Here we go. See? And it just creates the illusion that there's flowers there. So you can't see it unless I put it up to your face. So there's a lot of techniques that I've watched and I'm going, I think I can do that, So I want to try that. I'm a novice. I'm learning. So, between the gel painting and the watercolor, I decided to focus on all of what I could do. And I'm not an artist. I'm learning. I'm totally learning. There will be some journaling. I love journaling, but these other things are more fun for me than creating a journal. But I'll still be doing that. I'll still be creating journals. Hopefully with some new styles and new techniques that I've learned over the years. You know, even though I haven't been videotaping and crafting, I have been watching and learning some wonderful crafters. And yeah, so new styles and new techniques. I want to show you what I've learned. You probably already know them, and if you don't, I'm sharing with you on my channel. So this is for 2025 what I'm hoping to do. I want to do another hashtag I hate to make cards challenge. I think it was a lot of fun. We did 4 weeks, one prompt per week. I'm not sure when. I don't know if I've already mentioned it, so forgive me. I'm trying to go through my notes here. I think it was a lot of fun. I think that an announcement for it early enough will give people a chance to participate. The more the merrier. I would love to do that. And I think we can do videos on our creations if you're not a creator. A picture of it, send it to me in email. Anyway, all the details later on. I'm starting to babble here. So I hate to make the weekly challenge. I apologize to Patty at Life with Patty when she did the hashtag Artisan Journal Prompt 2024. I think I don't remember where I left off, but life just got in the way, and I couldn't go any further. And but it's a lovely souvenir. It was a chance for me to challenge myself on a monthly basis, but I think the timing wasn't right. I thought by joining the challenge that I would be able to be creative and do things and not allow life to get in, my head, the whole grieving thing and stuff. So I apologize to Patty for not finishing, but it is a lovely, lovely souvenir to look back on all of the things and how I did them, and maybe how I would do them differently now. As we grow as crafters and creators and artists, as we grow, we learn new techniques, we learn new things, we get better at doing things. So I think it would be it is a lovely souvenir. And so I have to thank Patty for and apologize for not finishing. I think it's a shame, but timing was just not right. What else did I have? Of course, I'll be doing hauls. I think I mentioned Tea With Me Tuesday. I'm going to do it once a month. I think that is, and it's not going to be a Tea With Me Tuesday. It's just going to be a tea with me, just to sit down, chat, talk about different things. Now, this year, sometime, we don't know when we find a house that's suitable, we're all going to be moving in together. So I will be leaving my lovely apartment and moving into a house with my son and his family. And of course, the only condition is that I have my own privacy and I have a craft area. Those are sort of the two things that I have to have. I have to have privacy where I'd be able to do my videos, stay up late at night like I usually do, videotape in the middle of the night, chat with you guys and so on, in a little quiet area, and also have my crafts with me. The other thing I'm going to be doing this year is destashing all of my... I think I mentioned it a long time ago. under my bed, I kept bins of craft stuff, and I tried to keep them like with like, category with category. And I started going through some of them, and that type of crafting I'm not doing anymore. And what I mean is physical things that I'm making rather than doing, paper crafts, but physical things that I was doing, like my Santa Claus things and doing clay thing. Although I may still do some, it's not pottery, just playing with clay. But I was looking through all of the stuff that I have, and my interests have shifted. Now, some of it is still good for journals, for crafting, for painting, and any kind of crafting I want to do, anything like that. But there are other things that I had purchased and kept because I was doing things like making a boot, making a Christmas boot, or making a flower arrangement, or taking something, I'm just going to grab like something like this, and once the candle is gone, melt it away and create something out of this that is not a Christmas candle. You know what I mean? So I loved doing that, but I've gotten away from doing that. I think that was my stepping stone into doing things. I had, those little waterfall things that you can buy, different shapes, different sizes, where you add water and you plug it in, or you have a battery and the water drips down. And of course, the darn thing makes noise because, kind of has a brrr noise. One of mine broke. That was one of the first things that I repurposed or upcycled, and used wax. And I was playing with wax and soaps, and I was doing that as well. So my crafting is kind of going in a different direction now. So anyway, this is really a long video. I apologize for that, but I did want to say that after reviewing my year, I'm hoping that my channel will be more entertaining for you, will be more fun. We'll also share new things, new ideas, something maybe you haven't seen before, or you have seen, but I've done it a little differently. That kind of thing. I still love watching some of the, I call them professional. I know they're not, or they don't call themselves professional, but these people that are so crafty and they have brilliant ideas. I will continue to learn from them. And when I try whatever new techniques they're sharing, I will share it with you. And of course, give credit where credit is due, always. I love to do shout outs. I love to let people know where I've learned things and that kind of thing. So, in saying all of that, that is my review for the year. I looked back on 2024 as a very sad year, not only for me, but for my channel. And I apologize again for the memberships, Carmen, especially because she was so sweet and shared with me for a couple of months. I think she went beyond, and I really, really appreciate it, and so grateful that she would take the time to join the memberships. But it wasn't fair to her not to give back more, Anyway, so that is it for me for 2024. On with the new year. I don't know if I'm going to be doing a video on Happy New Year, so I'm going to say it now. Happy New Year to everyone. I hope 2025 is blessed. I hope it is calming. I'm hoping that you will all, and there are a few very dear people on my channel, my subscribers, I hate to call them friends, that have also gone through deep, deep loss in 2024, and it was a hard year for all of us. And it's for me, 2025 is now a time to renew, refocus, and I got to think of a word, because every year I think of a word. Last year I think it was 2 words: inspiration and experimenting. I don't even remember, but I think that renew is going to, or a renewal, but renew may be my word. It's something I'm thinking about. Renew myself, renew my channel, and yeah, I'm guessing. So I hope you have a very happy New Year. I do have one video coming out before New Year's, and then I'm going to do this on a weekly basis. I think, probably whenever I get the mood to create and share with you. And it's my my choices, it's my likes, it's my style, which I don't really have a style, I don't think, but you don't have to like it, but that's not the point. The point is that I'm enjoying what I'm doing and sharing it with you. So I hope that you will tune in the new year, when we'll try and have a little fun, and I hope everything that you hoped for Christmas came true, and I hope in the new year it will be blessed, full of gratitude for all that we've shared with our loved ones that we've lost, and be mindful that we always have somebody looking after us. He's up there and he's watching us. Anyway, that's it for me. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you again soon. Bye for now.